So we'll finish most of these, all the Intune admin center dashboards, all these UI. So now here we have like device enrollment, device compliance. In the dashboard, we can see the important dashboards, device configuration, and if any client apps, all these we can see, and we can see the reports of like whatever the uh, devices have been registered. All these we can see in this dashboard. And in the services, like again we'll get those whatever the services we have. Then mainly we have to register the devices. So now here in these devices, like we need to enroll the device onboarding, we need to perform for the devices, whatever the devices we want to add. So those like for the Windows device, what are the enrollment process and the configurations, all these we need to set up. So now if I go for the configuration, like here we need to set up for the enrollment. Automatic enrollment is possible for the Windows devices. What is that meaning of automatic enrollment is if any of the device has been joined to Entra ID, automatically that device is going to be linked to Intune. So in this we are going to manage Windows enrollment process we are going to set up. Okay. So what is this meaning of automatic enrollment? Say with the Entra ID, we are going to connect to the Intune. And if any of the Windows device has been added to the Entra ID, then automatically the device is going to be registered with Intune. Even for Azure AVD also, we are going to register like this. And if the device has been added to Entra ID or Azure AD, automatically it's going to be registered. Okay. So then, like the second method, manual method is like a what is the second method? CNAME validation. Okay, what is the meaning of CNAME validation? We need to company domain, like we need to add for that in the DNS we need to add our CNAME need to be added. Okay, so what is that CNAME is? Like a canonical name or alias name kind of thing in our DNS entries. Either normally for the AD they given the text record to be added. So now here we are going to add that. Uh, like um, CNAME record need to be added. Okay, so here we need to provide our domain name, and after we configure the domain name, we need to configure the like uh, in the DNS records we need to update this CNAME, whatever the CNAME they have given, that need to be added. Okay, so that is another mechanism. Okay, so then the third method, all these are the different um, options we have, co-management settings for that SCCM wise also we can control. Then device platform restrictions, if any of the versions, all these also we can restrict. Say now here I want to restrict if the Windows versions is not supporting this platform, like Windows 10 older versions of those, like this I can configure the restrictions. Okay, so now here we need to set up the platform configurations, device enrollment need to be done. Like here we need to allow or restrict that, like minimum maximum ranges we need to specify. Okay, so these restrictions we need to specify, and which of the edition we want also we can specify. From the templates we can choose those. What are the templates we want to choose? Those we need to set up. Okay, so then here in the device restriction, if those policies have been configured, so those like depends upon that, it's going to be enrollment wise, it's going to be restricted. Okay, so then here we need to set up these settings need to be done. So then based on that, it's going to be enrollment is going to be managed. So here we need to specify the which of the OS versions you want, that minimum and maximum versions we need to specify. Okay, so now here for the Windows I have 10.0.19041 or 10.0.9999. Like this, here we can give the minimum and maximum range of versions. Okay, so then if that is like a matching that, then only we are going to allow that. Okay, so that's if the minimum version we need to specify here. So maybe here say 10.0 dot like even any another minor version also we can specify. Okay, so this is the minimum minor version we are going to specify, and the maximum version for the 10 dot devices. What is the maximum version I'm giving as of now? 9999. Okay, so like this here I'm going to give the maximum anything above that I'm giving here. Then here in the like scope options we can choose like by default we are getting all the default scope. So here we can give the tags. Based on the tags also we can restrict that scope. Then the assignments, like we can choose to the users or groups, which user or group devices we can choose. So based on this, in the enrollment, if you want to restrict any specific Windows devices, even if they join to the Entra ID, I don't want to allow these versions. So that's we are going to specify in the Windows enrollment. We are going to configure these settings. Say in the enrollment settings, so we need to specify those. And if that older version of the device has been joined, then it's not going to be set up. So now here we need to go for like a profile configuration profile, then device restrictions, and even all those templates also we can choose. But here this is the enrollment restriction based on the device. Okay, so that's like a based on these versions, we are going to restrict at the pre-enrollment process. Okay, so the pre-enrollment process that's going to be supported. Okay, in the same way, if you want to like enrollment for the Android, so for the Android, what is the prerequisite is? So if we go for the Android enrollment, say it's mandatory, we need to join to like a Google Play Store. Okay, so with the Google Play Store, we can apply that that prerequisite. Then we can enable like without like having any of the configuration on the client side. Also, we can enable like a bulk upload also we can perform. Okay, so for this I have created one Google Play account, and that linked to our Google like a managed Google Play. So these straightforward we can create a Google Play account, and that's we have entitled, and with this our enterprise Google Play account it's going to be registered. Okay, so then another method is at the enterprise level we can use zero touch enrollment also. In the zero touch enrollment we have like a uh, we have purchased bulk devices. That means those are not BYOD devices. These are our corporate devices. And from the company, they purchase the bulk devices, maybe 10,000 devices like that, are the to given to the users. And those are automatically we are connecting to Intune. Okay, so then like they need to have the Android 8.0 version, it should be there. And they should be like zero trust compatible versions. We need to check the Android. Okay, that means we need to make sure from that device purchaser also we need to confirm whether those are authorized zero touch reseller or not. Okay, so then like they will provide Android kind of users provide zero touch portal, and with that we need to register our. So for this we need to have a zero trust account is required. So that's who is going to provide the zero trust account is like our provider is going to give that zero trust enrollment process. So with this automatically our company can register bulk devices they can register. Okay, so now we need to take a zero trust account email. We need not normal Play Store. Okay, so that's like with that we are going to log in. Okay, so then we need to enter the URL for our partner ID we need to use. Okay, so our reseller will provide one account for this. Then with this configuration we are going to register to like a zero trust account. Once we add this zero trust, what is the advantage is users no need to do anything. Automatically one enrollment profile would be created and the users when they power on the device, automatically it connects to the Wi-Fi or mobile data. It's going to be pull all the configuration details from the zero trust portal and it's going to be like downloads the Intune portal, Android device policy, and it's going to be automated the enrollment process. Okay, so these all the settings we no need to configure. Okay, so that's like for the normal environment we are going to use managed Google Play for the like bring your own device kind of thing. Okay, so then for the enterprises we are going to use zero touch enrollment. We are going to configure zero touch enrollment. We are going to configure whenever we have the bulk devices we have, like then like with the zero touch enrollment automatically we can register. Okay, so here we have the two methods we have to enroll the Android devices. So for the zero touch enrollment definitely we need to have an account and our vendor like from where we are purchasing those Android devices, we need to make sure he is going to be like a authorized reseller for that. From them itself, we need to purchase those devices. Yeah, any doubts on this? So here we have the two methods for this. In Windows also we have one is CNAME, second one is automatically join into the domain, and we can configure our own restrictions also we can enable. Okay, then here we have the enrollment profiles. Enrollment profiles will make sure what configuration the device need to be enrolled. Okay, say either automatic device enrollment, that's for the corporate data, or we can control those devices. Okay, so now here see in this what we are going to choose personally owned devices with work profile. Mostly when we are logging from the corporate device, that is our own device. Okay, so then that is the reason we are going to use the so for this what it is going to use is like it's going to be registered with the personally like owned device with work profile. So using this policy, we are going to enforce. Okay. So if it is complete company corporate device, then we need to use corporate owned fully managed devices. Okay. So whenever user login not to the corporate device, okay. So maybe when we have the company issued devices we have, then we need to use this policy like that is corporate owned fully managed policy. But for BYOD, when you are login from the company portal, that is our own device because it's bring your own device. Then in that moment, we are going to use personally owned devices with work profile. Okay, so for this we are going to use this name. Okay, so now in this corporate owned fully managed profile, we need to set up the token, and we are assigning that like a token. Our bulk enrollment can be done based on the QR also. That means in the enterprise, we are keeping a QR code, and with that QR code, every like a user can register their devices. Okay, so like this here for the corporate owned devices, uh, we can we can uh, we can keep those fully managed devices. Okay, so then here we have one more like profile name, token, all these we need to specify. Okay, so then here we have the dedicated devices like corporate owned, fully managed user devices are like the company given the smartphone to the users they are using, and the corporate owned dedicated devices. These are for the kiosk kind of or point of sales devices or digital signage kind of boards we have on the on our offices or shopping malls. These kind of devices also we are going to control. For that, we need to use the enrollment profile is corporate owned dedicated devices. So these also not dedicated to one particular user. Those are not dedicated. So those not assigned to one particular user. So for this also we are going to use token based provisioning. We are going to perform, but we'll have limited usage. Okay, so that's limited usage we are going to provide. Okay, so then another one is corporate owned also, like with the work profile we have corporate owned, and work profile also is another method. Okay, so that's like this is also some preview kind of thing. Then here we have work and our personal data, even if it is a device also, it's bring your own device, but user also is using for his personal usage also. So these kind of things here, that is corporate owned device, but here we are going to manage user data we have, but we are going to manage like work and personal data has been separated. Okay, so these all the different enrollment process we done, and when you are registered, which profile it has been used. When we enroll to the Android device, which profile it has been used?
Work profile.
A work profile, because that is our own device. So these all the enrollment profiles also spend some time, like not only on the personally owned devices, remaining all also try to set up these enrollment profiles. We need to provide the like token based provisioning, usage, all these options we need to set up. Okay, so this enrollment process, try to make sure. Then coming to again for iOS. For iOS, we need to get that like in the enrollment process, we already discussed we are going to get one MDM push certificate. That certificate we need to submit to Apple. Then they are going to give that SPM file kind of thing, and that we need to be attached to our account. Then that Intune and our Apple account is going to be linked. Then we are going to register those. Okay, so like this here we are going to register the normal devices. We are going to registered. Okay, so then here one more, like in the same, like we have Android for the touch, zero touch kind of thing. Even we can use bulk kind of devices also we can enroll. So for that we have Apple configurator enrollment is there. Okay, so those we required enrollment tokens, all those we required. Okay, so then using those tokens also we can registered. Okay, so for this we need to create one enrollment profile and one token we required. But this is also again the corporate wise we need to purchase those devices. Say for this, Apple is giving one portal. that is the Apple Business Manager. Whoever purchased the bulk Apple devices, so for them, Apple is providing one portal, that is Apple Business Manager. From this, we can manage the devices and we can link our Intune and Apple Device Manager. We are going to link in that. So from this, we are going to control this enrollment process. We are going to set up. So from this, we are going to control that enrollment process. We are going to manage. Okay. So from this, we are going to manage the enrollment types. All these we have the different options also is available. So now we have choose that like user enrollment process we have chosen, and we can restrict the domain platform restrictions. If we have the older iOS versions, those all we can restrict also. So these all the options also, just enrollment options also explore once. Okay. So in the same way, the same process mostly applied for the Mac also. So these all we need to do it from the device wise. We need to perform all these options. We need to perform. Then conditional access also we'll discuss. Then coming to the apps, already we deployed the apps also for the for the Android we deployed. Try to deploy for Windows. For iOS also we have deployed. Mac also almost like iOS. And Linux as of now, like only the endpoint security kind of features only supporting, that not supporting app delivery. For the app delivery, what Intune is telling is you can use the traditional solutions itself, like Ansible kind of, or Puppet. These are the configuration management tools available in the market. And using those tools itself, we can automate the delivery of the app delivery to those Linux devices. But here, for all the remaining devices like for Windows, iOS, Mac, Android, try to deploy the different apps you can manage. Okay, so these are all the different apps. How we can provide those apps. All those try to configure. Okay, yeah. So as of now, Linux is not supported. Okay, so these all the configuration, all these also spend today a lot of time, like minimum 3 to 4 hours, explore each and every screen option, in this. Okay, so here, so then we need to control even the protection wise also we need to control. So we need to control the like from the admin center itself. For the apps also we can provide the protection also we can set up. Okay, we can have the app protection policies we have. So what we can do is from our company apps, if any of the data leakage need to be done, all these apps also we can set up. Okay, so now here we need to go to app protection policies we need to create, and here for the different type of policy base we need to select. Okay, so then here we need to choose which type of either iOS or these apps we need to select. Say suppose if we go for the Android, then here we need to choose the, so for bring your own devices. I'm creating an Android policy. Okay, so now in this, what we are going to restrict is we need to select the targeted apps we want to protect. So our corporate apps we need to protect. Say suppose here all Microsoft apps or which app you want, you need to select even the partner apps or custom apps. If you have all those, we need to set up. Then here we need to choose the options like how the corporate data can be handled when the user from these devices is managing those apps, like the data protection policies. We need to select in that we have the if the user want to take the backup of the data or sending the our corporate data to other apps or clipboard kind of operations like cut paste. So these all we can restrict here. Okay, so now here backup. backup of our organization data to Android backup devices is better to allow or block it. Is it recommended to allow or block it, this backup of organization data to Android backup devices?
No, we need to block, sir.
So we need to, so definitely we need to block this one. And even depends upon the apps also. Okay, so we need to send this organization data also. Like which of the all um, I don't want to allow this. If any of the apps want to exempt, that apps we can choose. Okay, so then my organization data I don't want to allow to send to another data also. So like this here, even encryption wise also we'll have the options. Okay, so then cut and copy paste, maybe say suppose for 10 characters like this, I want to give my app options. Okay, so then here I want to block even the like a cut copy paste operations also, and save copies of the any of the data also I want to restrict. Okay, so these all the options. Then definitely encryption also is mandatory for our organization data. So it depends upon our company policies. So these all we need to set up. Then we need to configure the access requirements also. Okay. So then like how user can be access this like maybe PIN is required or fingerprint. Okay. Recheck after the timeout. After that like inactivity is there again. User need to re-authenticate also. So those all the options also we need to select once we create this policy. So now here we need to select a PIN type. Either like a pin type is required or not required, whether numeric or passcode. Okay, so then here we need to simple pin, minimum letters. All these also we need to specify. Okay, so then if that condition like we need to specify the conditional access also. Like we need to set up minimum OS version. Okay, after like 90 minutes or 180 minutes, I want to wipe off the data. Those all the conditional launches we can choose. Okay, so the grace period after this, like user is out of that offline time, if that is 90 minutes is there, I want to remove that data. So those all the options, days and minutes, all these we can select. Okay, then we are going to assign these policies to the users also. Okay, so that's all the options we need to select in this. So then like the same policies try to apply for. So the same policies try to apply even for the for iOS also verify each and every policy. Okay, so that's here. What is that meaning of rooted or jailbroken is something has been modified at the boot level. We have modified. Okay, and some security restrictions or maybe IMEI number has been modified. Okay, so that's we shouldn't give that root access to that. You said security wise, it's it's a risky kind of thing. And with that, we can override our own MDM settings also at the boot level or root level. It can be modified. So that kind of practices we shouldn't do in our in our corporate owned devices. But even if it is a BYOD, like user may do that kind of root level changes. He want to bypass those MDM settings. But what I want to do is I don't want to allow the access if that device has been like jailbroken kind of device or maybe root device has been modifications has been done. At that moment, I'm configuring the like app protection kind of policies. And in the app protection policies and the compliance policies, what I'm doing is I'm blocking the device access if the device has been jailbroken. Okay, so that's we need to specify. Even with the Microsoft Defender also we can integrate these settings, and with the Defender settings also for the endpoint is going to be verified. and the system level checks would be performing for the any signs of jailbreak, like file system changes or root access changes like this. Based on that, it's not going to allow to access the device. Okay, so these also we need to configure those. So once we done these policies, like we need to choose the groups or users to whom we need to apply. As of now, you apply for all the users and the groups. Then finally create those policies need to be created. So with this, what is going to happen is for our corporate data, how the app protection comes also, we are going to set up, do the same setting even for the Android and for Windows also, configure those policies set up once. So these all the policies also try to set up from this. And coming to the users, already we created the users. So these all the options also explore once. So we are just basic device enrollment, applications, users, and create the different groups. Okay, so these all the options also try to explore once. And here we have the like a group and entitlements, dynamic groups. Okay, all these features also is available. Try to create the different type of groups also try to create. Then in the tenant administration, okay, say in the tenant administration, like what are the connector tokens we have, all these options also we can manage. So now here we have the tenant admin. Okay, so what are the options we have is uh, like we can control like our own different type of tenant connectors, tokens, all these we can add it. So now here is maybe Azure Active Directory is one tenant, or Microsoft 365 or other applications, Azure subscriptions, all these also we can add as the tenant. Okay, so now here we need to have the permissions also to manage the tenant administration kind of thing. So now here we need to have the permissions also for those, the tenant administration permissions we required. And we can contact the different tenants what we want to administrate from our Intune, we need to manage. And coming to here, Microsoft Tunnel Gateway. So Microsoft Tunnel Gateway is a VPN solution. So now we have on-premises resources, like they want to access secure kind of access we want to give for the VPN kind of devices. For those we need to set up like a VPN tunnel we need to set up. So now here in this tenant, in which use case we are going to use the Microsoft Tunnel Gateway is, so Microsoft Tunnel Gateway is a VPN solution, like where we want to on-premises resources want to securely connect, like a Intune they want to connect. Okay, so they want to access the apps and APIs. Okay, so then we don't have a complete VPN is not required for those devices. Then Microsoft itself is providing. So Microsoft itself is providing a VPN is going to be provided with the tunnel gateway. Okay, so in the tunnel gateway, we can specify the configurations, all this. Like this here we have like a different tenants depends upon our requirement. We need to choose these, all the tenants are supported. Now in the same way, we have this cloud PKI. So this is the public key infrastructure, where we can authenticate to the devices uh, based on the certificate base. We can authenticate. We can auto issue the certificates also with this. For all these, we can available, like from the Intune also we can registered. Okay, so we can for the Wi-Fi, for VPN if we have like in the Intune, like we need to create our own certificate authority we can create. Okay, so then automatically that profile is going to allocate the certificates is going to be allocated. Okay, so like this here we can allocate the certificates by using the cloud PKI. So with the cloud PKI, like we can allocate our own certificates. All these also we can provide for the Wi-Fi VPN access if any required certificate-based authentication. And we have the conditions also. Definitely the user need to access from the certificates itself. Then we are going to use the cloud PKI is the one of the tenant we can add. Then so we can add the different connectors and uh, tokens also. We can update depends upon which of the connectors and third party tokens, any of the tokens we want to add. So now here we need to manage in the connectors may be like a on-premises infrastructure to it's going to be bridge with the tunnel connector or the AD connector, on-premises MDM connector. So for that also we required one certificate file is required. So this certificate file also will try to register. So maybe for the endpoint configuration manager. So these we want to add to our like Intune. For that, we require the tokens also because those tokens for the security purpose to authorize and identity, we are going to get those. And from this, we are going to apply those tokens also. So it depends upon which of the devices we want to integrate with the, like we integrate with the Intune. These all the tokens also we required to set up. So we'll try to set up with the endpoint configuration manager and the token we need to add and how many validity, all these also we need to specify. Then we are going to bridge that Intune with those devices and authentication, authorization. All these also we can control from those. So for this purpose, we have these app tokens we have. Even for the Android for app also, we can perform these tokens we can perform. Okay, so these in the tenant administration is like a more advanced kind of settings we have with the VPN kind of things. All this except this and endpoint security. Say today spend 3 to 4 hours of time on the exploring this because everything will do from this itself as the Intune admin kind of thing. But we can connect with the different the scenarios uh, with the VPN kind of thing or SCCM endpoint. But before that, the basic enrollment, app restrictions, device restrictions, then those policies. These all explore by today. Okay, and try to register those Android devices also. Then, this endpoint security and this tenant administration will discuss once you done remaining all these. Okay, and troubleshooting and interview questions also. I'll explain. Okay, so we'll discuss all the interview questions and most of these also will discuss. Okay, so these each and every option you should able to understand. Okay, and what is the use case of that also? So we need to manage, and with the on-premises also we need to connect some of the connectors kind of thing. How to connect all those also from the tenant administration wise we'll discuss and try to explore some these all the reports also. What are the reports it is generating also? Just explore once. Okay, so tomorrow we'll discuss mostly the troubleshooting steps and that interview questions we'll discuss. This app delivery, device enrollment, at least for these three, and apply policies. Once you connect to that corporate data, whether the clipboard, this kind of data is coming or not, check once by applying those policies. And for the Windows device also, like a AV device, try to integrate now. Because automatically most of the companies with the AVD, they're registering to Intune itself. Okay? Try to finish all this, okay? And Monisri, if you have the account, share in the group, okay?
Yes, sure, sir.
Okay, sure. Yeah, any doubts? Okay, so try to spend on the portal today, spend more time. So because you got the basic overview. Most of the steps are repeated kind of thing, but explore each and every option for each and every option is available. Explore once. If you have any doubts, write down. We'll discuss on that part. Because the company, all options did not use, but as an admin, we require the knowledge on that for what use case we need to perform that operation. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
So, is there any other feature on top of the one you explained or we see on the portal, and with with Intune?
I didn't get you.
A long time ago, I read about this. Intune is able to handle like the onboarding and offboarding process as well, like
Yes,
the
that is that bulk device is there, right?
like bulk device, and also when the organization hire personnel, like HR department also can use Intune to process the hiring. Like let's say for instance when they hire
No, that is not
personnel,
for
they
the
can.
hiring kind of thing. Whenever the user is joining, like self onboarding is possible.
This is what I read like few months ago, that now Intune is capable to handle the onboarding process as well,
Yes, the
from the
onboarding
beginning.
of the process from the device wise, it can perform.
No, it was saying like even from the HR prospect.
HR
Like let's
prospect,
say,
that app is going to be delivered. Say, suppose our company will have our HR portal. That
I
app
know
is
now
going
they're
to,
using like Workday or some other.
that is going to be registered automatically. User can enroll all the different process.
Okay, this is what I read. I don't know
Yes,
because it was
that's,
saying
but we need to integrate with our app also, that need to be done.
okay.
Once
Yeah, it
user
was like
register to that, like that app also should have that Workday or whatever the app they're using, that need to finish remaining process.
okay, like it means like you can integrate a, a
Yeah.
software
So
with
suppose
Intune
normally
to
I'll
handle that
tell,
process.
yeah, suppose if you have a
Okay.
printer kind of thing, a lot of companies are giving printers can be self-enroll kind of process. So small app will give in my desktops. My company used to give one printer self portal kind of thing. That means I can register the printer by default. Previously, like one Windows guy need to come and he need to configure the printers for me. But with this kind of portal, what's happening is my company for every employee they're giving that portal. Everyone can register that. Like this here, these apps we can deploy to that user, then automatically user self-registers all those things in that device. That the
Okay.
delivery is taken care by Intune, but user, that apps, all those our company should have.
Okay, like a third party app
Yeah, those
or
apps all we need to
your HR
integrate.
app.
Our
Okay.
app need to be, yes, those need to be developed.
Okay.
So then we can automate that complete delivery. So maybe with the Workday, we'll have the Workday team developers would be there, right? They need to set up this workflow. But that workflow
Right.
app we are delivering through Intune. Then user automatically will self-register all their details.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. If I find that topic, I will share with you
Sure, definitely.
or
If
the
you have
group. Yeah,
got
because
it,
that was like very interesting when I read that. It was saying it they didn't. it didn't mention like third-party app, but it was saying
Not,
Intune
but
never able
that from that
to
app
handle
also it
that.
need to be customized as per our company requirements.
Okay.
Okay, just explore and let me know.
Yeah, I will do
Okay,
that. Thank you.
sure. Okay, thanks.